How's it going, Amazing Blue fans? I wanted to do a video about Michigan's offensive struggles and what I think about the rest of the season with Michigan's offense struggling the way it is. So, as always, like, share, subscribe to my page. And I just wanted to thank everyone that subscribed, and I appreciate all the subscribers and the likes and the comments, because I'm new to this, but I just love to talk Michigan football, so I just wanted to put it out there. So let's just get into it. So Michigan just played Indiana, and the passing offense was non-existent. O'Korn had 58 yards passing. 58 yards. It's ridiculous. And it's just, the offense is so stagnant that it's almost unbelievable that a power conference team, a top 5 power conference team, can have this bad of an offense. Like, it's ridiculous almost. And luckily today we got saved by Karan Higdon, who went for 200 yards and 3 TDs. But it's not looking good for the big games that we have. Like, our defense can keep us in the game against Indiana, but top teams, they're going to put some points on the board, and we're going to need our offense to be able to put some on the board. But it's like Tim Drevno, the offensive coordinator, I don't know what exactly he's doing. Like, you can't come out with basic passing game and basic plays. Like, it's not going to cut it. We have a young team with young receivers. It's not going to work. Like, if you're Alabama has the studs year in and year out to where you can run basic plays. You can just line up, running plays, and just dominate teams. We don't have that talent yet. We don't have it stockpiled like that yet. So you have to have some diversity, I guess you would say, in the play call, and just, like, you have to mix it up and come with something different. Like, he's coming so basic that it's like, if you're watching the game, like, you know, if you watch Michigan 3 or 4 times this season, you know what plays are coming. Like, it doesn't surprise you to see any of the plays. They're so predictable. It's ridiculous. Like, he's so predictable in his play calling. You get your counters, you get your running back counters, you get your shotgun draws, you get your couple 1 or 2 read plays, you get your go routes, your little couple go routes that never seem to work. You get your wide receiver screens, and that's basically it. And you get your play action plays. Like, they're so predictable, it's ridiculous. Like, you shouldn't, as a fan, you shouldn't be able to know what plays are coming by every formation. Like, you shouldn't be able to know that. Like, because if we know it, the defense knows it. And if you don't have dudes that are just that explosive to where they can't stop you, because your players are that explosive that they know the plays coming, they can't stop you. If you don't have those dudes, you can't be predictable like that. Like, his scheme, he has to fix his schemes, and he has to add some different play calls. Like, and what's killing me right now is, if you don't have explosive players like our receivers, they can't get separation and get open. It's about scheme. Okay, my receivers can't get open on corners. Okay, then I'm going to put my receivers in positions to be on linebackers, on safeties. That's the scheme. That's creating a mismatch. Like, you have to create those mismatches. And it's just killing me. Like, get your running backs on the linebacker. Get Chris Evans on some little routes and get him on linebackers. That's a mismatch to create offense. Like, it really shouldn't be that hard. That's what's funny. It shouldn't be that hard, because it's not. Especially not when you're at Michigan and we know you're getting paid well, because the whole staff is getting paid well. Like, we probably got the most expensive staff in college football. So that shouldn't be a problem. And what's also hurting the overall play calling, just the overall offense is now O'Korn. So we don't have Wilton Spade in there just overthrowing dudes and not trusting his arm. We have O'Korn in there, and he has a different set of problems. He locks on the receivers, and he doesn't sit in the pocket. He gets antsy feet after he gets off that first read because he locks on him. So after he sees that guy isn't open, he gets antsy feet, and he wants to run out the pocket, which in turn, it breaks down the blocking, and it makes him get into bad situations because now the guys that were blocked, they're coming free now because he's ran out the pocket. So, like when a play breaks down and the defensive linemen come through and you have to run, then that's a good thing. But when they're blocked, you need to stay in the pocket, or bad things can happen, or it just breaks down the whole play. So that with the play calling, it's just turning into one of the worst offenses probably in Michigan history and in college football right now. And okay, so now to the running backs. Okay, our running back situation is funny. We got Ty Isaac, who's a senior. He's not quick. He's big. He's strong. He's kind of fast, but he's not quick. So he doesn't. Sometimes he won't get to the hole fast enough, or he won't see the right hole. And sometimes he runs kind of soft to be as big as he is, because Ty Isaac is a big dude. Chris Evans is built like a wide receiver, and he kind of wants to juke and jive around in the backfield and kind of pick his hole. Like, he kind of reminds you of Le'Veon Bell, how he's patient, but sometimes you just need to smash. You just need to hit the hole or wait for the cutback. Like, he's kind of shifting around and stuff like that. And then on a play today, he acted like he didn't want to take the handoff from the quarterback because the D-line was coming through. Like, I've never seen that happen before. I'm hoping it was just a misunderstanding with the play call, because I hope it wasn't what it looked like. Like, he didn't want to get the ball. Then we got Higdon. Higdon got most of the carries today, and I've wanted him to. My only knock on Higdon is he doesn't really have any juke moves. Like, he runs like he's 6 foot 225, but he's 5'10", 190. So he tries to run over dudes, and he just ends up getting tackled. Like, he's not like, you know how Davion Smith would run over dudes. Like, he would run over 2-3 dudes and carry the pile 5 yards. Like, he was just that big and strong. Higdon tries to run like that, but he's not that big. So it's like, you need to, like, I can't knock him because he saved us today and he went for 200 yards, but like, he has to, like, he's more of a scat. He's built like a scat back, but he doesn't have any juke moves. Like, I haven't seen him really juke anybody except for, like, on that last play when he scored today. He kind of hit a little inside-outside, a little move. But I really don't see him doing any moves for the most part. He's more of a straight-ahead running back. But it's like, when you get one man to miss, like, you need that. You need a juke move when it's you and one man and you're gone. But, I mean, it's hard for me to talk about him. He went for 200 yards, but it's like, I'm just saying what I see from him altogether. So, but that just makes me look to the future, because Higdon's a senior. So next year we will have Chris Evans, Kareem Walker, and there's another running back I haven't seen him play at all, and his name slips my mind. So I'm just wondering about that. But, like, we need a complete back. Like, we need a complete back. 4-down back. But the offense just all together, it's like, it's just a storm of young players, bad play calling, and bad QB play. Like Wilton Spate lost his confidence last year. It carried over to this year. O'Korn played great the first game. Then he lost his confidence. Like he lost his confidence, it looks like, in the Michigan State game. It looks like he lost a lot of his confidence in that game. And he gets out the pocket too fast. So it's like I'm almost ready to see what Peters has. Like I want to see what he has because we need a quarterback. Like we need a quarterback for the future right now that can make the throws and see what we have. Because like Harbaugh has just been like he hasn't had his guy at quarterback since he's been there. Like he's had Jake Rudock, who started off slow, but Jake Rudock, I wish he had more years because by the time the end of the season, he was a beast. He had the offense. He was clicking on all cylinders, and we were just blowing people out. Like, I hate that Rudock was a senior, transfer senior, and didn't have any years left. Then we went to Wilton Spate, which wasn't Harbaugh's recruit, but he ended up being the next man up, kind of. And he was promising until last year when he got hurt, and he just never got his mojo back. And then he gets hurt this year, but he was playing bad. And then we have O'Korn, who's starting right now, and he was a transfer, so he wasn't Harbaugh's guy. And so he's lost his confidence, it looks like, also. So it's just like, I want to see a recruit that Harbaugh recruited, and that's a quarterback that he wants to lead Michigan. Like, that's his guy. Like, I want to see one of these dudes. Like, I want to see Peters because McCaffrey's redshirted, so it's a wrap on him. So I want to see Peters. But like I said in my other video, it's too late. It's really too late for that for this week at least, because we're playing Penn State, and this isn't the game to throw a freshman in there like that. Like it just wouldn't be right unless somebody gets hurt. But I do want to see him because he can make all the throws. So, but it's just like our offense. It's mostly on the offensive coordinator. I'm seeing that right now. The play calling, like he has to mix it up and exploit these mismatches because Tariq Black got hurt, and that just kind of messed us up altogether. Because all the rest of the receivers are young except Grant Perry. Grant Perry is solid, but he's a slot receiver. We have good tight ends, but we don't have a number one receiver. And it's showing up. Tariq Black, he was a beast. And I've said that in other videos. He had a grown man body already as a freshman. But Donovan Peoples-Jones, he's just not ready. He's not strong enough, and it shows in blocking and situations like that. So he has to be taken off the field because he's not a strong blocker. Like he's not strong enough yet. Because he's made some mistakes on blocking, like on a couple times I can just remember. So it's messing us up. Like we need you to scheme these dudes. You have to set up schemes to get these guys open. You need to get in some 5 wide. Like, you need to spread the defense out. And it's so simple to me. Like, maybe I just have an offensive mind when it comes to football, but it's so simple to me. If you have teams not trusting you, you have to run dudes deep. Not to just, I'm going to throw it to him deep, but you have to run dudes deep just because it's going to open it up. It's going to pull that safety off so those crossing routes can come. Those slants can be wide open. You have to run those deep posts and those go routes just as a decoy route. Like, you have to do that. Like, open it up. Spread the defense out and pull some of those safeties and those guys out of there with go routes and deep posts. Like, strictly just to open it up for underneath. Excuse me. But you have to do that. Like, the schemes, get it to your running back on linebackers. get it to your wide receivers on safeties. It's all about scheming these dudes open at this point. If you haven't figured that out at this point as an offensive coordinator, like, he's fired. If he doesn't do something big in the last second half of the season, he's fired. Like, you might as well already start trying to look for a job, because you just don't have a scheme. Like, if you have a scheme, it can work anywhere you go. If you have a good scheme, his scheme is garbage. I'm sorry. His offensive scheme is garbage, and that's not Harbaugh. That's our offensive coordinator. We know Harbaugh is old school, but you have to have those play sets. Like, you have to have those wide receiver sets, 5 wide, 4 wide, and you have to have certain routes so the progression, like, okay, I'm going to run this guy deep so he can get the safety in that corner out of there, so this slant route will be wide open. You know what I'm saying? It's all about scheme in these plays. Like, and his schemes are just garbage. And I tried to wait because we really didn't know if it was a play calling, the offensive line, the quarterback. Like, there was so much going on. But right now, I just see all together, for the most part, the offense, it's the play calling. So I just wanted to do a video about the offensive struggles and what we can see from here. And as always, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about maybe the offense can do and what y'all think is really going on. And just leave some comments down below. As always, go blue.